Okay, we do have some breaking news to bring you now this hour. The Supreme Court has just released its decision on a landmark case. The top court has decided not to hear a climate case against the Ontario government. A group of 7 young people had launched a charter challenge against it in response to a change in its climate policy. Now their arguments will continue to be heard at the provincial level, but will not be heard by the Supreme Court. We want to bring in Inayat Singh. He is a climate reporter for CBC News and joins me now for more on this. So, Inayat, can you tell us more about what happened here?
So there's been a lot of back and forth in this case, and what's important to note is either way, this is a win for the youth applicants in this case. This court decision means that the hearing will continue. I'll break it down a bit, give you a bit of context. So this started when a group of 7 Ontario youth, represented by EcoJustice, the environmental law charity, sued the Ontario government. They argued that Ontario's weak climate plan jeopardizes their future. And, these are young people, they have a long way to go, and they argued that by not doing enough on the climate, the Ontario government was violating their constitutional rights. They got a full hearing, which was unique in Canada at the time, but they lost at the first level of court, the Superior Court in Ontario. Then they appealed that to the Court of Appeal for Ontario, and they won, and it was a huge win for them. The Court of Appeal found that, no, actually, Ontario's climate plan does have to be constitutionally compliant, and the Court of Appeal ordered a new hearing in the case. Ontario then appealed that to the Supreme Court and asked the Supreme Court to weigh in on this. And today we heard that the Supreme Court will not be taking up that appeal. So what that means is that the youth applicants will get their day in court. They're going to get that second hearing where they have to prove that the Ontario government is violating their rights by not strengthening their climate case. It just won't happen at the Supreme Court.
And let's talk a little bit about the young people who are bringing this case forward. What are they hoping to achieve in all this?
Essentially, they just want a stronger climate plan for Ontario. So the remedy they've asked for is for Ontario to come up with a climate plan that is more, compliant with the science and more stringent. And they argue that this is to protect their future as young people. They also want to set a precedent for not just for Ontario, but for all of Canada, the rest of the world. People will be looking at this, and if they win, it will show that governments, do have to have strong climate plans and can't scale back their climate action. That could be subject to judicial review. Sophia Matter is the lead applicant in this case. Here's what she said.
People have always told me that I'm way too young to be getting involved in an issue like climate change, but I don't think that's true. I believe that youth deserve a say in issues like climate change, social justice, or things that affect us on the daily.
So, this is a very important case for the young applicants, obviously, but closely watched across the country. When it went to a hearing in Ontario, it was the first of its kind, first climate case to get a full hearing like this. Now it's going to get another hearing, and people will be watching closely.
Thanks for this. That is Inayat Singh reporting from Toronto.